Andersen.
My goodness, it is so nice outside right now, you guys. A sunny view with all of these legendary cars in the driveway. What a dream. Anyways, welcome back to Channel Andersen, guys. I am starting off kind of our weekend vlog to catch up with you guys and just give you some updates. I'll start off with a little drama that happened just a few days ago. Well, guys, what happened?
We broke down.
Yeah, we broke down. We were driving the C55 home. I took Maze to work with me today, and then it just started stumbling and weird, died. I started it back up, ran for a little bit more, and then died again. I'm kind of fingers crossed it just ran out of gas, because the fuel pressure gauge is like almost at 0, and it was low. It was like below a quarter tank, and it seems like since I switched out to the no filter inside of the sender, it has trouble kind of picking up what's in the tank if it's not above a quarter tank. So should have stopped and got gas. I thought we were good. It was like literally right at a quarter tank, so I thought we were good to make it home. We don't have much longer to go, but no. So we're stopped here. Luckily we're in a safe spot. We're under an overpass and off to the side, so we're okay. Roshi's on our way with the M155 rescue vehicle, typical. And we are gonna try to fill up gas first, and I'll see if that does the trick, hopefully.
And Mom's trying to bring me at home, and
yeah,
Dad is just trying to
stay here. Yeah, I'll call it.
And then to sit right there.
Yeah, so I'll have Maze go home in the M155 with Roshi regardless. And hopefully if this thing will start after putting some gas in it, then I will drive it back. And if not, then we'll have to be calling AAA, and I'll sit here with it while they go back home. So, you know, good old Friday stuff. But anyways, figured I'd start a video for you guys. All right, guys, the rescue vehicle is pulled up.
I see ya on your phone.
Got her, baby. And the M155 needs a headlight. All right, let's hope this works. All right, guys, gas filled up. I mean, enough at least. Come on. Yes. Thank you, car. God dang, you are the best car ever. I'm sorry. Do this again, man. All right, well, I'm gonna get this thing home. Oh, home sweet home, guys. Oh my goodness. What a freaking end of day adventure. All right, well, what I've learned is my fuel pump setup, I think, needs to be tucked a little bit lower in the tank. And I also am not convinced the way I gutted my fuel sender, it might not be basically picking up where, it might not be able to hold the pressure that it needs to, or something, or it's not like, I don't know, it's just not keeping the system going when the quarter tank situation happens, because it should run for a lot longer. It should basically run, you know, all the way to the lights on and everything, but it decided to shut off. But we made it. Yeah, it's okay. So yeah, it got close to leaving us stranded, but this thing is a goat. It has never left me stranded, knock on wood, but it's always got me home. And we've been in some tricky situations, but it still has always got me home. And fortunately, in this case, it was just the gas was a little bit low. I'll need to do some modifications to the aftermarket fuel pump that I installed. I just don't think it's sitting low enough in the bucket, or it's my fuel sender setup. I might just need to put the OEM style back in there with a filter internally, because I think it might be having a tough time keeping the pressure inside of basically an empty barrel, because I gutted the filter out of it and it's not letting it pick up as low as it should in the tank. So easy modification. I'll take care of it at a certain point this summer, but for now I just got to make sure I keep it, you know, above a quarter tank of gas instead of letting it get low. So other things we got going on, the garage is absolutely a mess right now. It is just like destroyed. But I think later on today I'm gonna try to finally dive into this thing a little bit, because I need to get it on an engine stand soon. And to do that, I gotta clear out all the spark plugs, blow out all the cylinders so that I can clearly and cleanly rotate our crank assembly here, so I can get the torque converter off and mount up our engine stand plate that needs to go on to make that all happen. So when we got this thing, if you guys remember from Junkyard, or those of you that didn't watch us, go back and watch the pick and pull episode, but we got this thing out of a C55 supercharger sitting over there. It's that one. But yeah, basically pulled this thing, and when I did, had a bunch of crud that was inside of the cylinders here, or valves, and just didn't want to try to rotate the motor without cleaning all those out. So I vacuumed it out as much as I could, and then sprayed in a little bit of WD-40 just to keep things from corroding or doing anything weird. And then I got air compressor from Mike, brought this over, so we need to get this thing blowing out. I'll probably end up taking the exhaust manifolds off too, so that'll just kind of be able to vacuum and clear out everything possible, make it as clean as possible, so that I can rotate this thing without having to worry about any crud being caught up in the valves or pistons. So that said, other things going on, I'm finishing up a video on the M113K. You guys might have already seen it, or you'll see it soon, but basically doing the oil pan and swapping the oil pump on that for the 190. And then we also got a great surprise package from Creative Steel, which you guys will be seeing videos on soon. A couple sets of engine mounts in here, and a couple trans mounts that we're going to be using on the CLK sitting over there. It already has their trans mount, but it doesn't have their engine mounts yet, so engine mount on that, engine mounts on the C43, and also a trans mount on that. And then the trans mount we'll use for a custom setup on the 190E too. So one of them, I told Josh to cook me up a stiffer durometer, Josh Chapman of Creative Steel, but he's gonna, or he already did, he cooked up the stiffer durometer for the manual transmission, and then the regular durometer that they use. I think it's about 10 or 20 A difference between the two. So I like a little bit stiffer on the manual transmissions because I run chassis mounted shifters, and when you do so, you want to have kind of all of your bushings in your drivetrain as close to stiff as possible, just to keep things aligned and easy to bang the gears when you're revving it up and all that stuff. So yeah, besides that, I'm probably going to do a little bit of a cleanup here today. We got things that are going to be moving around in a big way soon, so that's where I'll leave that. But a lot is going on behind the scenes. You guys will be caught up as soon as possible, but yeah, a lot is going to be going on in here soon. Well, guess I'm not washing this thing outside today. Dang, it is dumping. Lightning and thunder as well. But we got this thing fixed up. You guys probably already saw the video for this. So she's all sealed, good to go. Ready to start moving on to the front assembly, which again will be in some other videos. But I don't think, well actually, we could probably start disassembling this thing at least. I'll pull off intake manifold, or not intake manifold, I'll pull off the exhaust manifolds and get all of our spark plugs out. That way we can start kind of blowing this thing out, vacuuming what we can reach, and get it ready to mount up engine stand plate. But man, this is crazy. Look at the gutters. It's hailing also. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's hail sitting on all the cars. Wild. Well, I'll catch you guys in a little while. Alright guys, well, since it's Father's Day, I think it's only right I'll work with my boy. Well, it's gonna be Father's Day. This weekend is Father's Day weekend, so happy Father's Day to all of you guys. I know there's a lot of dads out there watching. Much love to all you guys. You guys know this is the most special thing in the world. Cars are cool, but nothing compared to this guy and all the experiences and eating watermelon popsicles, chilling. All right, well, I think with that said, he's gonna help me start to unbolt a few things off of the M113K. The weather has been bipolar, which is typical for Washington, kind of any time, but especially this time of year. It's all over the place, can't make up its mind. There was lightning, thunder, then it was sunny, and now we're in gray. So we're gonna start doing some things on here, and
it was lightning, rain, and sunny, and rain.
yeah.
And just it was really hard when the rain was done really hard when it was lightning, and it's just lightning like little drops.
Yeah.
Of rain.
It was little drops. It was gigantic drops. It was pouring, and that leads us into this. So, I think we're gonna do exhaust manifold first, and then I'll start working on spark plugs as well. I can't remember if I threw some WD-40 on all of these studs. I think I did. Yeah, I think I did a while ago. But they should be able to crack loose. We're at least in good position to get to all of them. Not inside of the car would be tricky. So let's start with those, get them popped off, and we'll catch up. Also, I guess since this thing is done, let me go ahead and try to flip this thing over real quick. Alright, hey, stand over there. Alright, well that's done. Got a little lower back workout, and moving on. Believe these are 10 mils, so let's bust out a assortment of things to get these off. Alright guys, got all the 10 mils cracked on the exhaust manifolds. On the, what would this be, passenger side. I'm going to take off the engine mount bracket because, well, I don't know what engine mount brackets I'm going to need for this thing anyways, so I'll probably take both of them off and leave them off for the time being. That's because it makes it a little easier to get to a few of the bottom bolts there, so might as well take them off, strip the side basically, and just keep things clean. We could take the alternator off as well, but I'd rather not try to take off a lot right now because we're going to be moving this thing soon, and don't want to have to worry about having a bunch of parts to take off. But yeah, that's where we're at. I'm gonna let this guy do it, but I'm letting him finish it up his popsicle first. You know, priorities. Alright, tools in hand. Okay, let me show you where this lines up. This on left. Okay, got it right here. See that? Yeah. Okay, go ahead, come on. Got it. Okay, that's one. It stops up. Okay, and get the next one. Got it. Okay. Do the bottom one, and then I'll do the last one so this thing doesn't fall on us, okay?
No, I don't.
Okay, then I gotta hold. Alright, hold on. I gotta hold this, so hold on. Don't go until I tell you to, okay? Okay, you got, hold on, wait. Hold it up, hold it up. I'm gonna let go. Alright, I'm gonna let go. I'm gonna hold this. Okay, go ahead. Nope, it came off of it. There you go. Almost. You gotta get it on there first. There you go. Oh, you came off of it. You gotta do it again. No, you gotta make sure it clicks on there first. There you go. Do it. Hey, got it. Good job, buddy. All right. Not bad, apprentice.
Yeah, not bad, apprentice.
All right, now we can get to these pretty easy, and we'll see if we need to do the same on the other side. Okay, it's recording. All right, Maze is the cameraman right now. Okay, see how many we got. Oh, whole stud's coming out.
I gotta go pee.
You gotta go pee?
Yeah.
Okay. You recording?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. All right, guys. Well, we're getting
I'll do some videos.
we're getting half studs and half nuts right now. All right, guys. One exhaust manifold off.
Can I do the other ones?
Let me. All right. Okay. Hold on. You're not at a good angle. You have to be like this. Now do it right there. Hold this up though, not with me. Hold it up. You gotta use your muscle.
Whoa.
Put it back on there. You gotta get it on there first. Not on there. Look at it. Sometimes you have to turn it a little bit. You can turn it this way or this way. See, now it's on. Now it's on. There you go.
How?
The whole stud.
Yeah.
Alright, onto the collection.
There's only one more.
Oh, there's actually 4 more on the bottom too.
Yes.
Okay, get the right angle. You gotta get a good angle. There we go. Okay, right there. Got it?
Power.
A little dirty there, boy.
Power.
Okay.
Oh.
Alright, let me get the bottom ones. They're a little tricky. Here, let me see. Not those ones.
Can I hold it? Can I hold it?
That one we gotta use a wrench on.
Oh, yeah. How did it work?
Okay.
Here's one. I got a small one for me.
Small one.
It's for me. I'm gonna have
Yeah. Alright. Alright guys, both exhaust manifolds are off. And let me show you guys what it looks like in here. Alright guys, helper is gone inside. But see if you guys can see in here. All of them look pretty good. I didn't know which ones like were gonna be open or not. So it looks like that one probably was, because you can see the what's called lubricant that I shot down in there leaked down a bit. Let's check the other side. So that one was open, that one is open, that one is wide open, and that one not much. So this way I can kind of blow all these out with air, just make it easier, give me a good shot at getting all the crud that's down in here out. You can see all of which is basically sitting on these valves. So we should be able to get a good amount out of here. Plus, once I take the spark plugs out, it'll be even more access. So that is the game plan. Try to get this clean and then get our engine plate on there. Alright guys, got a little extension on the hose here. Basically going to use this to get down into our valves, see how much we can get out. I just cleared out quite a bit just using the regular vacuum tip, but I think we can get more little instrumentation, so let's do it. Alright guys, coil packs are off. Leaving them in order. It doesn't really matter, but I just like to do so. Some of the spark plug wires are different lengths, so yeah, it makes it a little easier if we keep them in order. But anyways, there are our spark plugs. I'm assuming they're going to be the factory iridiums. So if they're in good shape, definitely keep them because those are pricey plugs. But yeah, let's zip all these out of here and we can start taking a look at inside the engine. Maybe we'll even use our little borescope tool for fun. Alright guys, spark plugs are out. They are in fact the factory NGK Iridium ILF R6A. They all look pretty normal. Nothing too bad, so that's good news. Some of them were a little wet from the lubricant that we sprayed down in the valves. But besides that, a little stickiness on a few of them just because this thing has been sitting here for a while, and I'm sure, you know, condensation, etc. kind of galled up the threads a little bit. But I'm gonna go ahead, vacuum around here, and then we can take a look inside later on. Alright guys, duty calls. My dad time is up for the garage. But I just got through with vacuuming and compressing basically everywhere I could. Valves, spark plug holes, etc. And I think I got it pretty clean, so we should be safe to spin this thing over. I'll double check it in a little while, but right now, speaking of Father's Day, gotta go put the little man to bed. Alright my dudes, I have no idea where we left off on our Father's Day adventure videos, but yeah, Father's Day, it was good. Hope you guys enjoyed yours. It is now Wednesday for you guys watching this, the following Wednesday, so a few days later. But anyways, I was able to do this. I don't know if I recorded this for you guys or not. I did this Father's Day morning. I put in my little crank holding tool, got the torque converter off, spinning over the motor. That was good. The motor spins free. That was great news to find out kind of officially. I figured it was okay, but you know, never know. So it was cool. Spun over fine. I'm gonna get the flywheel off of here, most likely. I think I do have another plate, a spare M113 plate. If I don't, I'll order another one up. We'll do the rear main seal. We're gonna do the oil pan, etc. I don't know if it's leaking or not. It looks fairly dry actually. Oil pan, maybe over here. It's hard to tell, but I'll do it regardless. We'll do upper and lower oil pan reseal on it. We're going to do obviously valve cover, stuff like that. I'm considering taking the heads off of this motor possibly, and like going down the rabbit hole of maybe some ARP head studs, and yeah, just kind of refreshing things. The next step that I'm going to go for is taking off a few more bits of our front assembly here. Maybe actually not much more, to be honest. We might just leave it, but I want to hose this thing off because it is so disgusting. Sorry you guys can't see shadow, but it is like it's next level disgusting. The camera won't even pick it up because it's so dark with dirt. But right now I switched over brains, and I am starting to pull this thing apart a little further because I'm most likely going to get rid of the shell soon. We're going to keep the wheels off of it, but I know that there's going to be a bunch of parts that I'm going to be able to use on the 190 for the M111K, etc., and just getting all the electronics working. So I'm basically going to rob this car of all, you know, possible usage pieces. So I'm going to take whatever harness is left in it that talks with our SAM and certain plugs for the ECU, like here and here. I'm going to take out the gas pedal. There's still a line for the clutch in there. What else? This thing is absolutely demolished, guys, so don't judge me, but I basically just destroyed it, taking it apart because I knew I wasn't keeping it, and because it was in such rough shape already, like for instance, and you know, just stuff like this. This car just, it got beat up, sadly. Headliner, everything about this car is just kind of nasty. So if I was going to keep it, it would basically be like completely gut it and put a Honda K series motor in it and just turn it into a ripper. But I have no desire to do that. I have other cool builds to focus on, and this is just not one of them. I'm nothing against the coupes. I think the coupes are cool, but if I was really going to build one, I would start with a C320, you know, put a M113 in it, or something like that, like good buddy Vic. If you guys know him, C55 Vic on Instagram is absolute ripper of a driver and has a coupe, has a couple other cool cars too, you guys check out. But He has M113 swapped into a coupe like this, but he started out with a C320 and 6-speed manual, so it's a good recipe. So I'd much rather do something like that. I don't want to start from scratch on something like this where I just don't have a ton of passion or desire for the build. I got a lot of passion and desire for the other things that are out here. So yeah. What is it, dude? Ah, gotcha. Ah, she didn't know I was recording. Yeah. So other things, I don't know, like I might even go hard in the paint and just grab a bunch of stuff to stockpile. You wanna go on trampoline? Yeah. Okay. But yeah, it's kind of where we're at. I'm gonna pull a few pieces off of here tonight, and I'll probably get that thing hosed off, hopefully. I don't know if it's gonna be in this video, probably not, but yeah, I gotta go jump on trampoline right now, so I'll catch you guys in a bit. Alright guys, trampoline session in the books. I'm starting to go through the wiring over here. There's 2 plugs basically for the ECU that get attached to the body harness. One of which I wanted to grab off just because the smallest wires on here, this section, goes to the pedals, or pedal, so I'm going to reuse that. And then this is the other one that I think is mostly just power and ground for the ECU. So I'll probably just end up snipping this. I'm going to ask Josh just in case what he'd recommend or what he thinks we need for keeping the ECU happy, etc. And then I'm also going to probably take the distribution block and a little alternator cable. Just why not? Probably won't reuse this one because this thing is kind of shot. But yeah, just collecting whatever wiring. I already grabbed the gas pedal and the clutch line, the hard line for the clutch. So I'll reuse that. I may just use our custom fittings that I found to work. But yeah, for the most part, I think that's it. If I wanted to sell things off of this car, the ABS module, the EIS system, which is actually just freshly repaired, so that would be a good one to sell, basically with the key. There's the AC compressor that was destroyed. Yeah, for the most part, I mean, if I wanted to sit on this thing forever, there's a lot of money in it if I wanted to like part out each little piece one by one, but I just don't have time to do that, and it didn't cost enough to make it necessary for me to try to recoup money off of this in any way. So I'm good with having spent $800 and getting a running, working drivetrain out of it. You know, keep this for novelty, hang it up on the wall. But yeah, besides that, I mean, I thought about like grabbing the brakes off it and all this stuff, but honestly, none of it's an upgrade enough to warrant doing any of that. I'm most likely going to take the C36's brakes off, which are the C55's setup, and I'm going to try to adapt those to the 201, and then I'll put the factory setup back on this car because I do have brand new factory OEM options. Somebody was just asking about this the other day, but that's what those 2 rotors are. I got those from Ben's Classic Center. Those are the original rare rotors for the C36, and then I have the brake calipers in that box, all of which are still in pretty good shape. So that's what I'll most likely end up doing once we get to that point. But I think that will probably go ahead and wrap things up for this Wednesday video. Kind of a hodgepodge. I know it's a little bit late because some of it was Father's Day and this a few days ago, but anyways, we're just trying to keep on track with getting you guys videos out. So anything else I need to update you guys on before we go? My next process with this thing, if you guys saw the oil pan video, that's all taken care of, which is great. So my next process, I'm going to be removing the supercharger, most likely. Not most likely, I'm pretty sure I am, but remove the supercharger. That way I can get to these and get those off, because we have an upgrade, and we're gonna do that. And while those are off, I actually just got these. This is block off plugs for that big port right there, which is essentially just the EGR systems, SAI EGR. So I'm not gonna be running that, so I'm gonna block that port off. And I got 2 of these because I think I should be able to do the same on the M104. If you want to know what the specs are on this, they're M22 by 1.5, basically steel. What's it called? What were they called? Basically just plugs. But I found them on Amazon. Somebody shared them on a Facebook group for M111s, and I ended up finding the same ones on Amazon, so we're gonna do that. But yeah, this thing will be coming together shortly. We got a lot taken care of with the oil pan, the rear main, all that. Super nice to get taken care of. You see the residual, the electric grease I used on the seal there. But yeah, should be pretty good. All right, well, it's just a whole lot of everything going on right now. A lot of cleaning, a lot of sorting, a lot of just stuff. So just stay patient with me. There's a lot of good stuff coming up soon this summer, and it's gonna change things pretty dramatically for the channel. It's a huge step for just the progression, and hope you guys are excited for it. That's where I'll leave it. Catch you on the next one. Peace.